We are now taking applications for that third person in our relationship. You're going to have to pay $500,000 a year.
You see what I mean?
Just to stay into this relationship. You have to be a human pet. That means you have to have your ears, your tail, everything.
It doesn't make any sense. This is why I'm like, this has to be a joke.
This can't be a real thing.
Brad, this is a mentally challenged couple.
Hey guys, welcome back to Normal Gays, where we take on insanity. I'm Brad Polumbo here with Clarkson Lawson.
What's up, guys? We're about to, wait, what video is this? This is not members only.
Oh no, this is going to be us reacting to a fake trans TikTok influencer who is advertising recruitment for their Polycule.
Great. So before we do that, join as a member because we're going to be reacting to your dating red flags. We just went to the store, well, they did, and got actual flags. So we're going to tell you what is a green flag and what's a red flag. And I'm really excited for this one.
Some of them were good. So do become a member for sure. We also have more members only therapy segments available out now. We're almost at 1,400 members, I think. So remember, 2,000, y'all get the fursuits.
Yeah. 2,000. It's actually crazy because our channel's subscribers have kind of been steady, but the members are growing a lot.
Yeah,
so.
which is way more important.
Yeah, it is.
Anyway, you might recognize this person's face that we're going to talk about today. His name is Ashley, and that's not even me misgendering. You'll understand.
Oh, God, I've seen this person before.
So this person's name is Ashley, and their bio is, "I'm a beautiful woman." Narrator. They're neither beautiful nor woman.
Is this rage bait? Where are my sunglasses?
Yes, this is rage bait.
Will you get my sunglasses?
Yeah,
they're on my desk.
Because this...
Or they're somewhere over there. I don't know.
This one involves everything you hate. Frauds.
Uh-huh.
Uggos.
Uh-huh.
I
don't hate ugly people. I just want what's best for them.
Forcibly
Oh, yeah. And I have a video coming out on my channel today talking about how to actually look smacks correctly and how we'll do it in Clarkistan. But anyways.
So anyway, we're going to look at this video that I saw making the rounds because Ashley here and her lover, her lesbian lover, are opening up.
Lesbian?
Don't ask questions. It's a woman. The partner is an actual woman.
A straight woman with a man or a bisexual.
Sure. They're opening up Polycule applications, but there's a catch.
Is it like a Google form?
No, you'll see.
Oh, okay. That's actually kind of genius. I should have put out a Google form for like dates before I got wifed up.
Oh, I've also seen people put out like a post-date review Google form for feedback.
That's I couldn't do that. I'm way too insecure for that. If somebody said something like about how I looked on the date or so, I would crash the out.
Oh my God.
I'd probably
somebody
shave
being
my
like,
head.
He looks way worse than his picture. Oh my
No,
God.
I would become a Buddhist and shave my head and go to the monastery.
All right, let's watch Ashley
and
her beautiful feminine mystique.
So me and Peggy are adding a third person into our relationship. We are now taking applications for that third person in our relationship. It will cost you $100,000 just for that application fee. It will cost you $150,000 just to get in our relationship with us. That is right. So that is $250,000 that you have to have up front to get in a relationship with us. That's right. The most beautiful woman and her wife are adding a third person to our relationship. And again, I'm going to repeat this. It is $100,000 application fee. It is $150 additional dollars to get into the relationship with us once we approve the application. Y'all have a good day and stay blessed. Bye.
I mean, she's gonna stay blessed if she's getting $150,000. Get a full set of teeth with that.
You gotta respect a bitch's hustle and delulu.
I kind of love this because the only way I would ever be I wouldn't even do it for $150,000.
Well, it's be clear about the numbers. It's 250 because it's 100K plus another 150K.
I want to know
100K just to apply.
Who do they owe money to? That's my question because they have to be like I don't know. What would you guys charge? What do I have to pay to be a part of y'all's relationship?
I mean, if you join for
I kind of already am.
I was gonna say, first off,
120 $120.
I mean, he's cheap.
I mean, $120?
$25.
Okay.
$50.
But the problem is that then
things gonna get steamy in here. Don't tell my man.
After 5 minutes, you'd be paying us to be released out of it.
Yeah, that's
my plan.
That's correct.
The out clause is going to be a lot more expensive than the in clause.
But I do like this beautiful woman, just like leaning in and just owning it.
Is this satire?
So here's the thing. You're kind of skipping ahead.
Yeah.
I'm convinced this is a bit, and this
It
person
has
is
to be.
satire. But what's fascinating is this person is constantly posted by all the right-wing rage baiters, like Libs of TikTok and all of them, as like trans
people
are
crazy,
this.
blah blah.
But after I watched about 10
and us also posting this person.
But the difference is like we'll actually explain that this is not an actual trans person.
It has
this
the potential to be satire,
baiter.
it's rage bait, all of that, yeah.
And it's frustrating to me because I actually think that's worse. So what you have is this man, I think, who knows he's like freaky looking and knows that he could get rage bait and views on TikTok because he gets a lot of views and engagement. Can we pull up the
picture again? I really need to just examine.
Here you go. There's that beautiful face.
He kind of looks like my mom.
Oh!
I'm just kidding. Love you, Mom.
But you get what I'm saying. And you're just doing damage to the trans community's reputation. You're just upsetting people and rage baiting people, all in exchange for what? Just attention online?
I don't know. I think that this person might be mentally challenged. Just by the way they talk.
But I think that's fake.
Or you think that's fake?
That's my hunch, at least. I can't prove it. Do we actually have an attractive president in 2028? Not to say Joe Biden and Donald Trump aren't absolute lookers, but on the pure aesthetics front, the 2028 nominees might be a better batch. According to our channel partners at Kalshi, the odds for the 2028 Democratic presidential nominee now have Gavin Newsom at a 23% chance, and he, whatever you think of him, is a decent-looking guy. Then they have Senator Jon Ossoff at 12% and AOC coming in at 10%, respectively. Whatever you think of their politics and policies, definitely an upgrade in the looks department. And that's all that really matters if you're a resident of Clarkistan. Anyway, guys, be sure to check out the politics markets over on Kalshi. Exciting stuff is happening. I enjoy watching them evolve in real time and shift up and down with the news and things that are happening. And if you sign up today on Kalshi on the phone app or on the website and use code BRADP, you'll get $20 free to trade when you trade $20. Now back to the show.
I don't know. I think if it was fake, like somebody who is faking this has to have the intellect of somebody who also has a full set of teeth.
No.
Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't think that somebody who like is missing their teeth and has greasy hair, like this is going to sound really mean, but like in order to successfully rage bait well and come up with this intricate plan to dupe the public into making you into something that you're not, I think that there is an intersection there where there's a level of intellect where you also would probably shower on a day-to-day basis.
Unless that was part of the bit.
Yeah, but that hair's so greasy, it had to have been at least 3 days.
But can you imagine if you were actually a straight man and you were like in the real world normal, but then this was just a little hobby you had is once a day on TikTok, you post videos pretending you're a trans woman and looking ridiculous? How would you explain that to your neighbors at the cookout?
Yeah, like what do you do for work?
Well,
and how did you get 100,000?
But that's the thing is, I don't even think this is really that monetized. Like
it's just for attention?
Yes.
Then it's got to be real.
Yeah, I don't think it's real. I'm telling you, it's
I think
too
this
on the nose.
person is mentally challenged.
It's the videos are too on
and
the
not
nose.
in a non-binary way, in like an actual way, like chromosome-ally.
Do you want to hear the updates?
Is that a word?
You want to hear the updates about the terms and conditions for joining the Polycule?
Yes.
Let's listen.
With all the applications that come in for the third-person relationship,
all the applications.
I need to remind you, it is $100,000 to application fee. It is $150,000 just to get into the relationship. What I left out of that is you're going to have to pay $500,000 a year.
You see what I mean?
Just to stay into this relationship. 2, you have to be a human pet. That means you have to have your ears, your tail, everything. So yeah, in order to be in this relationship, you are to act and be a pet. You're going to act and be a pet. You heard me correctly. So that means you're going to sleep on the floor, not in a bed with us, on the floor.
The dog doesn't
and
even
eat
get to be
out
in
of
the
a
bed.
dog or cat food bowl, whatever you decide to be. Y'all have a good day and stay blessed.
Okay, what person with $500,000 to give out a year wants to sleep on or is going to sleep on the floor? This just doesn't
Also,
make any
can't
sense.
you do that for free?
Yeah, I'm just confused. Like the type of person that has this money, if they were being serious, they are not going to like I don't, it doesn't make any sense. This is why I'm like, this has to be a joke.
That's what
Or
I'm
he
saying.
has to
Do you
be
see why I think this is so
genuinely
on the nose
mentally
and it's
challenged.
so forced that I'm like, this can't be a real thing.
I think that he's mentally challenged and
But
it's
did
real.
you see it? Like his face, like he has
But I think
and his
abnormal
speech,
species,
like you can pretend.
syndromic.
You can fake that. Look, I'll do it right now.
No. You look at his eyes, like his one eye is blinking.
join my
Polycule?
Other
That's not how
eye
you
is
do it.
not
It's I
blinking.
guess. You talk like this.
Okay, maybe
do you
Clarkson
wanna
can fake it.
join my Polycule for 500. Okay, I'm done. But I get what you're saying. It doesn't look like it's an act. It looks like
Look
he's
at his
genuinely...
eyes. He's blinking one of his eyes and not the other.
But
Like
maybe
that's not fakeable.
Maybe he has actual physical disabilities and he looks freaky, but he's mentally sound and he's just doing a bit.
I think
for
Brad
that.
really wants this person to not be mentally challenged so we can feel better laughing at them.
I will say the wife seems semi-normal.
I
want to
see the
videos.
wife.
Okay, I'll try to find one. I'll try to find a video with the wife.
That is a huge part of this. We have to see who the other person in the Polycule is, because I need to know whether or not to submit an application.
Let's try.
Although I did just buy a Tesla, so we might have to.
I mean, you could certainly. Oh, here.
I might have. I wonder if they offer payment plans.
The wife is doing a little bit of a piggy face in this one.
Brad.
Here, we'll insert this one.
Brad. This is a mentally challenged couple.
I don't think so. I think it's a bit.
Look at them. They're either brother and sister or like two mentally challenged.
Or both that in a couple.
I feel bad now.
But like, why? Who is okay? If it's a mentally challenged couple, who is allowing to put this out on the internet to get
mentally challenged people
views?
They probably work at like a maybe Chick-fil-A or like Publix, and like they pay their own phone bill and stuff like that.
I'm telling you, I've watched a lot. It's too on the nose.
So why is she doing a piggy nose?
I don't know.
So maybe they're not actually.
Actually, what?
Mentally challenged.
So you want to see the third video I have from this lovely couple?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, I don't know. I feel bad.
Why?
Because if they're mentally challenged, I just made fun of the fact that they can't wash their hair.
I don't think it's real.
Or have.
I'm convinced it's not real. And it's
Okay.
just like remember the Josh Sider dude?
Yeah.
I get those vibes from this.
Okay. Let's just watch another video. I'll come to my conclusion on whether or not I need to ask for forgiveness by the end
But
of this
also, like,
episode.
okay, we are not ableist, so that means that they can catch these hands as well.
You mean we treat disabled people equally? I don't treat disabled people equally.
I don't either, really.
But not in a bad way. But like, if you're missing a chromosome, I'm not going to expect you to have this.
Unless they make a mild comment about your appearance,
now, if
then you're going to
like,
go off on them.
If you think, well, yeah, but if you think like ADHD is a disability where I need to treat you differently, I don't agree with that. But if it's like genuinely like you have Down syndrome,
yeah, I agree, of course. All right, let's watch.
What would you do if I walked up and kissed you? You heard me correctly. What would you do?
Scream.
If I walked up and kissed you. No ifs, ands, or buts. What would you do?
So then she like walks up and kisses him and he's like, I don't give a and just goes right back to the TikTok. I actually love that they found love.
We support them.
We found love,
but we will not be joining them.
Place.
Let alone paying $500,000.
I don't know how to feel about this. All right, I meditated this morning. I listened to my Buddhist podcast, and I was like, I'm gonna be nice today. I'm gonna put out good energy. And then you show me this.
See, I was convinced it was a bit, and my whole point was going to be how like easily these right-wing accounts fall for parodies because they do that all the time.
Maybe I'll just go with that.
They share parody content as if it's real all the time.
Correct. And they know damn well.
I don't think some of them are like the woman that runs Libs of TikTok.
Chaya.
Is
yeah, she. I don't treat her equally. I treat her as a disabled person.
If you ever watched her interview with Taylor Lorenz,
I did.
It's embarrassing.
It's very bad.
Anyway, I guess we don't have too much to say about that, other than you know what, know your worth and demand that money and get your bag.
I support it. I mean, if you can get money for being.
Wait, is that a technically prostitution? Charging an entrance fee to your Polycule?
Well, you're not even allowed to sleep in the bed. So, like, is it actually
but
like?
That is kind of
Are they going to do anything sexually, or are they just like trying to?
I don't know, because they did say they have to live as the dog, so hopefully they're not doing anything sexually with the dog.
You pay for the pet, so shouldn't they be paying someone else?
Yeah, you know what? It's almost like they're not making complete sense.
Yeah, I'm gonna stop trying to understand this.
All right, let's go to our member comments for today.
My favorite part of the episode.
Yeah,
when the normies tell
Become
me,
a member now, so you can comment anything, and if it's interesting enough, we might include it in the next episode. So,
and our producer's back.
I know people did not like it when we read comments without him.
No, our virtual episode was a mess, but it's okay. Also, my hair was a mess too, but whatever.
It came out fine, I thought.
First comment. How would you guys feel about reacting to traditional Turkish oil wrestling?
Oh?
The only like Turkish media I'm aware of is what is that category on I forgot what it's called, but you guys know what I'm talking about. Oh. The commenters will know.
Chaos Scandalo.
No, there's
Turkish oil wrestling. I mean, I feel like wrestlers you're usually kind of ugh.
I mean,
You've never seen Turkish oil wrestling before?
No.
Oh, it's like the national sport of Turkey. They get all oiled up and they wrestle.
Are they like hot though, or are they fat?
No, they're like normal sized men. They're not. There's not sumo wrestling.
They're not like fit?
But they're not like super buff.
No, like wrestling. Like real wrestlers are very fit. They're not fat.
Okay.
I mean, they have weight
maybe
classes.
I would.
But I was
gonna
say,
it.
but like people will often say, like, "Would you react to this?" And then it's something that, like, what are we gonna say about it? You know what I mean?
And
type
also,
it in.
we're both taken men.
Disconnect.
I
don't care about that.
I try not to allow my eyes to wander because it's a slippery slope. So
I totally disagree. I think it's fine to look.
Well, I don't want to look. I have eyes for one person.
It's also been like a week.
It's been 2 months.
I know, but it's been like, is it official now?
Kind of.
But what is kind of? Okay, whatever.
Next
comment.
I had to do a double take when I heard FTM femboy.
That was in our members only grinder thing.
That was a good one. We're
gonna have to rinse and repeat that. Do that once a month. Grinder messages for members only.
I love that we're giving our members so much, but I feel like so much of this content is like would be great for
public.
Yeah, for
we could do a reacting to grinder comments for public.
I think that we need to start doing some of these topics and make them public.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I will say that one was particularly hilarious. The idea of being a female to male femboy.
Yeah.
It's like, and I don't think it was fake or a parody. It always could be, but it looked like a real profile.
No, that sounds very realistic from those types.
For some 19-year-old girl actually who spends time on Tumblr or whatever, actually unironically.
She wants to be a twink. Like she wants to be a feminine gay boy.
We really do have out here wanting to be a twink.
And then all the twinks don't want to be twinks anymore.
That's just you.
Also because the ones that don't, because people like you brutally bully them.
Yes, correct. Well, twink has kind of become a slur.
Well, because straight people started saying twink when they meant
yes. But
like white girls,
I say just say
well, no, not the straight people. It's a little harsh.
I don't care.
But the girls say like my ex is a twink or a DL twink.
It's like it's a way of saying that you lack masculinity. That's what it is. And it's derogatory to men who should be striving to be as masculine as possible. So I get why.
Well, I think they mean it to be derogatory.
It's the same thing as like
it actually is.
How there's a lot of like a lot of this is, how do I say it? Like bottoms get the same treatment as women and twinks get the same treatment as women because they're less masculine.
Have you seen
They're
the
perceived as less masculine.
Have you seen the memes about how it's like it's not haram if you're the top or whatever? It'd be like a grinder in Afghanistan.
Next comment.
Your head's hitting a little too close to home.
We'll unpack that off camera. Anyway, next comment.
If you're not a member yet, what are you waiting for? We have the best videos.
We really do. The members only therapy videos.
I love how they're saying "we" with us.
Yeah,
because
parasocial.
Don't take too much away from the members because I think that's.
But the grinder one in particular might be a good outreach video because we need to grow the tent as well and bring in new people.
Because there's some things that are particularly interesting for the members because they know you so well.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think like vlog style content or stuff that's related to us personally is good members only. But I also do want there to be just like funny stuff or entertaining stuff as well. It's an interesting balance, but we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Next one is just joined as a member a couple days ago, and I want to say worth it heart emoji.
What can I say? It is absolutely worth it.
I actually have to give Brad the credit for that one because even I don't know if I've said this before, but like even when he first like did the members thing, he was like, we should do like subscriptions, blah, blah, blah. I doubted you heavily. I was like, I don't know if we'd be able to do that. But that's because I wouldn't be able to do it because I don't have the follow through to do this for weeks on end. But since he did it, now I'm cashing the checks. So.
But I couldn't do, I think I could do it without you, but it wouldn't be as successful nearly or popular. Like,
I mean the talent for sure.
It's all right.
I'm sorry, it was getting too nice, so I had to like break it up. Yeah.
They're offended by slurs and drawings, but will call death on people.
Oh, yeah. That's talking about the Hudson Williams story.
Oh.
Remember how like they got all mad because somebody drew a swastika in Sharpie on him? And it's actually, you're right. It's like the same anime profile pictures upset about the picture when he was 17 at a party that he didn't even post. Mm-hmm. We'll be like sharing the someone needs to do it meme.
Yeah. No.
Or they'll be like thirsting for Luigi.
They're not really a shining example of morale.
No,
like,
they're actually the scum of the internet.
No,
Stan Twitter is
the
a
absolute
scourge.
Worst. Oh my gosh. And right now, Katy Perry is releasing a new song and I'm in battle with them right now, specifically Lady Gaga fans, because I guess there's beef between.
Are you arguing with them on social media or something?
Yeah, because basically
I haven't seen this.
She posted a snippet of
Twitter?
her new song. Yeah. And everybody, all the Lady Gaga fans are like, this is terrible, blah, blah, blah. And I tweeted that all the gays who want their music to sound like robots fighting with the occasional work in there are mad that this isn't for them, but it's not for you.
Ooh.
And now they're all like, this is trash, blah, blah, blah. But anyways, long story short, Katy Perry is releasing a new song June 25th. So
I saw her at the World Cup game with Boo.
That last song was, or the song that she performed, that's one of my favorite songs, but nobody knew what it was because it's from her last album.
Oh, wow.
So.
Next one is, y'all got to get famous so we can find out what crazy shit Clarkson did when he was 16.
Are we not famous?
Oh, no, we're not famous enough.
I know.
But I don't think we're ever going to be famous enough with the kind of people that would care.
Correct.
You know?
I think we've done a very good job at isolating ourselves from those people having any power over our careers.
That's what Caleb Hammer always says. He's like, you freaks can't cancel me because my fans aren't like you Redditors.
Correct.
Like,
yeah. So I mean, I don't think there's any way I could ever be embraced by those types of people. There's nothing I could say online that would make them become fans of me at this point, no matter what. So yeah, I just don't see that happening. We've got a bulletproof career.
Also think that like we're just so past that era because we also have our independent audience that we've curated.
Mm-hmm.
And like James Charles doesn't miss a beat in his audience numbers after being a literal predator. What are they gonna do? Oh, Clarkson said
Allegedly.
No, he admitted to it.
Allegedly.
He admitted to
We're just gonna say allegedly
minors.
because Brad's been in a mood today, but we don't need a lawsuit because we've actually added some expenses to normal gays, and now I want to make sure we don't add any more. So
I don't know. I would welcome a James Charles lawsuit. Think of how much money we'd make off of that.
Would you?
Yes.
Would we? I don't know.
James Charles is suing us for calling out his creepy behavior. That thumbnail and title would go insane.
Yeah, we'd probably make, like, say you make $100,000 off of a video that goes viral. Legal fees.
We would not make $100,000. It would be way less.
No.
Like, what?
Okay, so.
Next one. Y'all should do a reaction to toxic boy mom content.
Oh, I have seen that. Have you seen that celebrity woman who like posted a picture like lying on her son or something? And
that is creepy.
It's too much. there's nothing wrong with loving your sons, but when you talk about them as if you're like a romantic partner, that gets weird.
Yeah, I don't even know how I would address that. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think we'll actually do a reaction just to that content, but it is a interesting internet discourse.
Yeah.
Next one is, thanks for talking about how there are a lot of bad therapists. I also support therapy, but I personally work with a lot of really bad mental health, quote unquote, professionals. Some of them are enablers.
You guys know, I'm just going to hijack this comment for my personal diatribe. You know, Clarkson has not gone to therapy as an adult and claims he doesn't need it.
I didn't claim I didn't need it. The therapist that I went to as a child claimed that in that specific situation.
And was this Ask Jake or some
No, it was
terrible therapist?
It was a guardian ad litem.
Is that even a therapist?
Well, I think the therapist told the guardian ad litem. I don't know. It was something with my parents' divorce. It was court ordered.
I think we need a second opinion.
Anyways, I actually have been looking into therapists.
Good. I recommend that
because
heavily.
now that I am being vulnerable with somebody, I'm realizing a lot of things need to be worked on.
Oh, if only a friend had suggested that to you over a year ago.
Yeah, but the trauma is kind of part of the charm. So, like, if we're making content,
that's not true.
That's what I'm saying. So, like, if we're making content, I'm like, okay, well, I'm monetizing it, so I can't really heal from it. If I healed from all of my, I'd be this. Like, if I truly devoted to like Buddhism or some type of religious belief, this would be our episode. I'd be sitting here, and you'd show that person who probably is missing a chromosome, and I'd be like, well, everybody gets their battles from God, and it's, we just need to accept them for where they are on their journey. Like, that would be boring, So
I'm
purposefully remaining unhealed to maintain my career.
Well, okay. I appreciate that, Clark.
Yeah. Next comment.
That's it. That's
all right. That's it for this episode of the Normal Gays podcast. Thanks so much. Do become a member. Do go over and review us on Spotify to support the show.
And subscribe.
Anything else? Yeah, subscribe to our channel. We're almost at 60K, I think.
Almost.
And we'll be back with more real soon.